reaction to how Leroy played in the opener?
He played well, just like a lot of guys. They played good. We still got a lot to grow off of, and that's the exciting part. Is that was just a start. That's ground zero for us, and so hopefully we feel like we got a long way to go and should be excited about it. But proud of Leroy. He worked really hard, and it's good to see him have a payoff with how he played.
Big moment for him after transferring and the resources and working hard and all that. I mean, did you have any post game conversations with him between then and now about just how that felt to be out there on that stage?
No, the same as I told everybody. Just really proud of them. Guys worked hard. Before the guys went out, I told them just play free, and all mistakes are on me. And so that's what they did. They just went out and played free, and he was no different than anybody else. And it's just a result of hard work. Those guys worked really hard all throughout the week and all throughout camp. And that hard work paid off. So you're just proud to see that. And now we got to move on to the next phase. And we got to get better. We got to get a lot better if we want to be the type of defense that we talk about being.
You guys got a lot of talent off the edge. Matt mentioned Leroy, but in general, what are you seeing in terms of the internal competition there? Because that room is deep.
Yeah, like I said before, I know in one interview just talked about how much depth we have, and that's a fun thing. And getting Dean back now is just only going to help us and just give us more guys that can run around and kind of do the things that we're asking to do and help us to be multiple. So it's great competition, and like I always say, competition brings out the best in our guys, and that's what we want. We always want to keep that competition going, and it really worked out well for us.
Going along with that, you guys use a lot of fronts with 3 defensive tackles out there. Was that something by design? Were you expecting to use that, or was it due to maybe Dean not being available? How did that work out?
We're just always going to be multiple. We're going to do what it takes to win a game on Friday or Saturday, and so if that's what it takes, that's just what we're going to do. We got the capability to be really multiple. And I believe in that, so that's what we're going to do. So sometimes you may see 3 guys out there, sometimes 2 defensive tackles. Whatever it takes to win a game is what we're going to do, and try to keep it as simple as we can for our guys and play fast, physical, and for each other.
You mentioned needing to improve off of Saturday's game. What were some of the things that stood out to you of areas where you guys can take another step?
There's a lot. I think we could tackle a little better to start the game. If we would have did that, we probably would have been off the field a lot sooner. I think the communication was good, but the good is the enemy of great, and so we got to be just a little click better with that. Just running around, different things like that. It's just so many things, just scheme-wise, that I think we can clean up and really take our game to another level that hopefully we can do this game and continuing on.
And having so many different looks, you've talked a lot about being multiple, but how do you feel like things went in terms of making sure everyone's in the right spots at the right time, all of that stuff?
It worked out well. We didn't have blown coverages. We didn't have misalignments. We didn't have guys in wrong gaps or anything like that. Like I keep saying, it's a simple defense, and so our guys they picked it up great. Our guys worked their butts off to try to understand it, and then we do a great job communicating and helping each other out if guys are out of place. So simplicity just helps you play faster and helps you understand it better and gives you better results, and so that's what we continue to preach, the simplicity of the defense.
DK, with the linebackers, I know there were some plays, pretty good pursuit plays. Is that an athletic group?
They're athletic, and also we stress pursuing to the ball. That's one of our non-negotiables. We expect guys to run to the football when they're out there, and so if they don't, there's always something to pay for that. And like we talked about with the depth, there's always another guy who will come in and run to the football if you're not willing to do it. So great defense, pursue hard, and they go to people and they punish them when they get there. And so we expect guys to do that. I wasn't surprised our guys did it. That's what we expect them. That's what we demand on them, and our guys rose to the level of what we demanded of them.
How is DJ Graham coming along?
He's doing a good job. I think we'll see him out there this week ready to rock and roll, and that'd be good. Add some more depth to our cornerback position, which we need, and add more competition. I think the 2 guys that went out and played and started for us did a good job. I think Jalil came in and gave us some good snaps too, which is exciting to see. And so I think we can have a good little mix of guys, as well as the amount of safeties that we have playing too, to continue to give us the capability to have different looks and be able to put guys out there.
Lyric's the one that stands out, but how important is it for you to have guys that show passion after they make plays?
All of them. We should. This is a fun game. We get to play a fun game, and we should be excited. I tell the guys all the time, man, let's celebrate together, and that's what we do. And that's a part of playing for each other. Is when someone makes a play, we got to celebrate together. And we always talk about in meetings, sometimes you're going to make a play, sometimes I'm going to make a play, but it's always us making a play. And so it's fun to see that. Nothing gets me more excited than seeing our guys celebrate together and really get on the sideline and really celebrate with one another and feel like we all made that play. And that's what it's all about. So it's fun to see guys doing what you ask them to do.
Lance just talked a little about DJ being a captain too, and having earned that. From your perspective, how cool was that to see him as that fourth captain? It's it's a small part, but
Yeah, I was so proud. DJ's really worked hard. He had some battles this summer, just with a couple things that he was going through, and to see him, what he did in camp was unbelievable. And then he had a great week of practice, and it was good to see him get rewarded with that captainship and go out there and do that for our first home game. And I'm just really excited, really proud of him. He's a great leader for us, and I wish we had more guys who kind of work the way that DJ does.
On the sideline, you're not always on the ball. When you're watching plays, what are the things you're looking for, and is that something you've seen from other coordinators that you've worked for, where they're not always just right in line of where the play's starting?
It's just where I'm coming from. I never really pay attention to where I'm standing, to be honest with you. Sometimes when I'm way back, I'm just kind of looking at angles and kind of seeing how our fits look and different things like that. Sometimes I like to stand the line of scrimmage and see how the battle of the line of scrimmage is going, if we're getting penetration on their side of the line of scrimmage. And then sometimes there's just so many people around me when I'm standing there that I just need to move. So it's nothing really to it besides just that. Sometimes is that I'm just a crowd of people. I'm a little claustrophobic, so I move back away from everybody to get away. So it's really not as much as probably what you guys are making it out to be.
What do you expect from Wagner offensively?
I expect them to be multiple. I know last year they did a lot of stuff that we do here offensively. And I know how much of a challenge that is for us each and every day going against our own offense. So we expect them to have the motions and to have a good running game. They're going to take their shots. They do a great job with the short passing game, which I think we got to get better at in the secondary. And they may run their quarterback and different things like that. So it's going to be a challenge. And the tough part is, just like last week, we're not quite sure what they're going to do. So we're going to have to come out and we're going to have to adjust, and we're going to have to just play fast and let everything go from there, and then make adjustments on the fly, just like we did last week.
What are some of the main points of emphasis you're trying to see out of your defense this week?
Nothing changes. We always have the same thing, and like I keep saying, we play fast, physical, and for each other, and I want that to keep coming out in the film and different things like that. And so that's just what we stand for, and we do. And we hope that we work that no one man should block us. We don't want the ball going over our head in the pass game, and then we don't want people running through our defense. And so that's what we stand for. That's our mindset. And when we go out there, man, we want to compete, and we never compromise for that.
Sorry if you were asked this, but lyrics interception, just what was your thoughts on that?
Glad he caught it. Glad he caught it. I really didn't see that he caught it. I just kind of heard the reaction and the way it sounded. The crowd didn't even know he caught the ball. So that was neat. But this is the result of two. When you run to the ball, good things happen. And you never know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. And we talk about that all the time in this room. And he's one of the guys who bought into that, and he ran to the football, and as a result, something good happened. And so that's a lesson for all our guys, especially our young guys who might not be playing right now. Like, sprint to the ball, and good things will happen to you. The ball finds energy.